I want to show you a little bit more about editing using Quilter's Lightbox. I've already created a project in Quilter's Lightbox, added a quilt picture, and brought my block onto the workspace. I have two patterns that I've already chosen that I'm going to get ready to put onto my pattern. So I'm going to take the first one and double click. It's going to load it onto the workspace. I want to put this block and turn it at a 45-degree angle and put it right in the interior portion of this block. I can right click and click on the rotate 45 degrees. Do you see this little arrow? That arrow is also in my shortcut toolbar. So I can just click on that arrow and it automatically rotates at 45 degrees. To make it easier to see, I'm going to right click and increase my line width. Now I'm going to reduce the size of this block until it fits in the space that I want it to be in. And I think this looks just lovely in this block. Now I want to fill the triangles on the outside of this block. I'm going to double click on my triangle pattern. And again, I need to rotate at 45 degrees. So I'm going to select the pattern, rotate 45 degrees. It's right here. It's white because that was the same color as I used last time. And I'm going to go ahead and shrink it down so that it fits my space. And I'm going to increase the line width so you can really see it. And I think I'll switch the line color to black just so that it's easier for you to see in this demonstration. So I have my triangle and I have my center block. Now I need to repeat this triangle and the other triangles around the quilt. I'm going to right click on this pattern and I'm going to copy it. I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste. So here is that same thing. It's just like I've rubber stamped it, and now I need to rotate it 90 degrees. I'm going to grab this one, and you see how quickly I was able to rotate it 90 degrees. Now I'm going to copy it, right click, paste, rotate 90 degrees. And I have the one for this side. Now I'm going to do the same thing. Right click, copy, right click, paste, rotate 90 degrees. And just that quick, I have put my quilt blocks all the way around my on my quilt pattern. What I'm looking for now is something to put in this frame that goes around here. And I'm not sure that there's a frame in my pattern pictures, so I'm going to go to the internet and see if I can find a frame from a designer's website that I can use in this space. I'm going to go ahead and give my project a name, and this will be demo number 2. And I'm going to go ahead and save this project as demo number 2 in my project files. I'm going to minimize Quilter's Lightbox to the taskbar. And I'm going to show you in Windows 7 and Windows 8, there is a fabulous tool called Snippet. And if you have never used Snippet, you can find it by clicking on the Start button, going to All Programs, going and finding the folder that's called Accessories. Here's Accessories. When you click on it, here is the snipping tool. So I'm going to click on the snipping tool. So now I have my snipping tool ready to use. I'm going to go to the internet, and I'm going to go to my favorite web designer's webpage, and that happens to be Sweet Dreams Quilt Studio. I want to find a frame, so I'm going to use the search engine on the web page to help me out. I'm going to type in frame and let it go. Now I'm going to start scrolling through and looking for frames that I might want to put into my on my block. This one has the possibilities. Let's go ahead and save this. Let's save this one. So I'm going to right click on here and save image as, and I am going to go to my documents. I'm going to go to my Quilter's Lightbox file. I'm going to go to my pattern pictures. I think this should probably go into the geometric category, so I'm going to go to geometric, and it's a block pattern. And I'm going to call this one KD because it's Kim Diamond, rope or cable border frame. All right, and then I'm going to continue looking at different, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to continue browsing through the websites looking for patterns that I might want to use. And I've come to this one because I knew this was one I wanted to try. And I'm going to click on it, and this time I could right-click and save my image as. Kim happens to let you save JPEGs off of her pictures, but I want to show you how to use this really cool snipping tool. So I can open Snippet and say New, and then I just highlight exactly what I want to snip. And now this is on the snippet screen, and I go to File, Save As, and again, it remembers the last place I was at, Geometric Block. So we're going to call this KD Grid Frame. All right, now we're going to go back to Quilter's Lightbox, and we're going to add pattern pictures. And we're in Geometric Blocks, and we want to jump down to the K, so I'm just going to hit a K. Here's KD Grid Frame and KD Cable Border, our cable border. So we're going to try the cable border first. I'm going to double click, and here it is. Now you'll notice that this picture is a lot thicker. It's because we grabbed that little picture off of the internet. We're going to rotate it 45 degrees, and we're going to reduce it, and we're going to try it out in our quilt block. Well, you know, that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and turn this white so maybe you can see it better. That's actually not too bad. I kind of like the positioning of it. I'm going to go ahead and save this block, and I'll save it down here so I can remember what I did. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and try my grid frame again. I'm going to double click this one. Now you'll see that the resolution is finer on this one. That's because I used the snippet tool and I didn't have to use the really tiny picture. I was able to use a larger picture. Snippet is using the screen resolution of your computer screen, and so it's a slightly finer rendition. All right, I really like the grid frame. I want to check and see what this would look like quilted in yellow, and I'm thinking that I want to select, I'm going to hold down the Control key and select all 4 of these and change their line color. Right click, change their line color to yellow, and let's try this one right in the middle. Now, do you see that I can't click on the one right in the middle? What I'm getting is the grid frame. So what I need to do is take that grid frame, right click it, and send it to the back. That means now I can grab this one because it's on top. And I'm going to change the line color of this one to yellow. Let's see what it would look like. I think if we quilted our entire quilt in yellow, it would be too much. So let's change the line color of this one to red. Oh, I like that a lot. And I think I'm going to change the line color of these to red as well. Oops. Line color, red. And I'm going to leave that, the grid in yellow. And I'm going to go ahead and right click and save this block. Now when we've got these images saved down here at the bottom, we can, if we click on it and right click, we can print. I'm going to go ahead and print this to the Adobe PDF file so that I can show you what it's going to look like, because if I printed it on a printer you couldn't see it. We're going to call this Demo 2.1. And we're going to let it make its file. And then we're going to open it up. And here's our PDF file. And you'll notice that it tells me right underneath it all of the patterns that I used to create this block. So there's just another little taste of how you can go to the internet and grab an image and build it in and incorporate it into your block. You can go grab them from anywhere, and how you can use it when you print it out, and you can see all the different patterns that you used.